The last time I bought a PC was back in 2013. It was a good mid-range PC, using an i5-3570, 8GB of DDR3 RAM, 1333MHz, and an Asus GTX 60T Ti DirectX 2 Top Edition with 2GB of VRAM. I could play games in high settings, and those were Skyrim, Battlefield 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Titanfall, and LA Noire, to name a few. It was a simpler time back then. I was in college, I had money, and I was at the time in a very happy but rocky relationship. But just like the feelings we have for each other, things deteriorated. Just like the performance of my old PC. It could handle games in high settings at 720p up until 2015. From then on, my PC went from a beast of a machine to a potato. But now, thanks to some luck and some smart negotiating, I'm finally back with the Master Race. Welcome to my 1080p rig review. Hi, my name is Iki2288. Welcome back to another video. I'm really excited about this one because I wanted a new PC for so long. I've been crawling with my old PC. Whenever I'm doing video editing, it's like I have to crawl to get it done. Also playing games. Even though I upgraded with an SSD, I couldn't move forward because of technical restraints. The parts were old. But now because of this, I'm finally back. So let's get started with the components. Now for the CPU, I chose the Ryzen 5 3600. It has 6 cores and 12 threads and has a max boost clock of 4.2 GHz. This has become a sweet spot for enthusiasts on a budget because of its price of 11,000 pesos at the time of this recording. It can deliver great performance in gaming and other tasks such as video editing. Now this may be a previous generation CPU, but for its price, I can say the performance is worth it. And because I came from an i5 3rd generation from 7 years ago. For RAM, I bought the PNY Accelerate Gaming 16GB with a 3200 MHz RAM speed. In today's landscape, 16GB with a RAM of 3000 plus MHz of RAM speed is the standard, so I chose this one. Plus, it has RGB. Now I know you're gonna hate me for it, but come on, man. I've been in the dirt for 7 years. At least make my PC exquisite. And I just want to be, cool with the kids these days. I'm getting old. The motherboard that I got is a Gigabyte 450M S2 HV2. Now the reason why I chose this, and at the same time, the Ryzen 5 3600 processor, is not because of the compatibility, but you can say that it's ready to move forward if you're ready to move forward as well. What I'm trying to say is, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. What I'm trying to say is, if you want to go to a next generation processor, let's say 5th gen, the motherboard is compatible. Because unlike an Intel, where every generation has a different socket, so that means you have to change the motherboard, in Ryzen compatible motherboards and processors, you don't have to. It has 4 SATA ports. It comes with 2 DIMM slots and a single M.2 slot. Now I know I could have gone with motherboards that has 4, so I can add more, but I was on a budget. So comment down below what you can recommend. For power supply, I'm comfortable with anything from Cougar 600 watts line. So I bought the Cougar VTE 600. Now I've trusted Cougar's PSUs. The one that I have before, it lasted 7 years before it gave in, and I bought a generic one, and they're really reliable. I just wish I was too. No matter what they say. For my boot drive, I have the Kingston 250GB A2000 SSD M.2 NVMe. It has up to 2000 megabytes per second read and 1100 megabytes per second writes. It's good enough. Not that fast, but it's good. For my storage, just the Seagate Barracuda 1TB. Now this is enough to store movies, music, pictures, but not enough to store the memories that me and she had. For fans to keep my system cool, I bought the Dark Flash DR12 Pro RGB. Now this initially has 3 RGB fans, but the case can only mount 2. But unlike the RGB lights in the RAM, this has lighting options. It comes with a remote, and through there you can adjust the LED speed. You can also adjust the effects using the mode control, which has a variety of effects. Or you can choose from the 7 main effects: red, green, blue, breathing, rainbow, starry night, and lightning. This also has a motherboard sync button, but sadly my motherboard doesn't have a compatibility for that. And I can say that these lights are brighter than my future. For the case, I chose the Deep Cool DC Matrix 30TG. It has USB 2.0, USB 3.0, an audio jack, a mic jack. It also has a tempered glass to show the inside, and I'm scared because it is as fragile as my self-esteem. No matter what they say. Lastly, let's not forget about the graphics card. Now, some say it's not about the size, it's about the performance. But lucky for me, I have neither. But for my GPU, it has both. I'm using the Pali GTX 1660 Super. Now, this model is the middle ground between the original 1660 and the 1660 Ti. But it has 6GB of GDDR6 memory, clocked at 14GB per second, which means this is faster than the 1660 Ti and on par with the RTX 2060. So I would say this is almost our 2060 without the RTX capabilities, and it is cheaper. Now that I explained the components, let's have a quick montage of this rig playing the somewhat flawed but still enjoyable masterpiece, CDR Project Red's Cyberpunk 2077 in high settings at 1080p. Enjoy. For video editing, this is enough, because on my old PC, I had to crawl just to do a playback of video clips shot on 2K, and couldn't do much on 4K. Now, you can just play, rewind, forward clips in 2K and 4K, and export time is quick as well, so it's really convenient. For running lots of programs, I was playing Cyberpunk while 30 tabs of Chrome is in the background, and it's like they're not carrying anything heavy. I'm really impressed. I mean, look at these tabs. I browse a lot to my social media, video sharing sites, streaming, and a bunch of educational websites. So there you go. That's my PC gaming rig review. I hope you like it. Sorry if I keep stuttering. I'm not really, used to scripts in front of me, and I keep looking at the monitors. I do apologize on that one, but if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and again, this is Iki2288. See you in the next vlog.